What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very weird feeling. It's almost rare to the point where the Bulls win a game, but I don't really know how to feel about the situation because we had a 20-point lead coming into that fourth quarter, and by all means, we almost blew that lead, ladies and gentlemen. So you saw a little bit of the old Bulls tactics and I guess habits, ways of them playing in this game. But at the same time, we didn't lose the game. We didn't choke this game technically. The choke artist Bulls were not present today, even if it was by fine margins, and the fact that the Detroit Pistons themselves choked this game. So I don't really know how to feel about this situation, so I guess we're going to dissect this game a little bit in this video. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and I guess how you feeling after this game. Are you just satisfied with the win? Do you think a win is a win and you just take it and go? Or do you feel like there's a more deeper dive to take into this, knowing that we potentially blew another lead here? We could have potentially choked another game, and this is against one of the worst teams in the NBA this season in the Detroit Pistons, who in all metrics had a great game in their own right. But again, it's one of the worst teams in the NBA that we did this. And again, it was close. It was really close. We won this game 117 to 115. And look, we almost blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. There is no denying that. You can't just say, oh, that didn't happen. I didn't see the Bulls technically, I guess, lose the lead and whatnot. The Bulls almost blew a 20-point lead. And they could have easily, if it wasn't for a mistake by Ivy calling a timeout where they didn't have one, they could have easily gotten a good shot off, in my opinion, in those final stretches of that game. Whether it goes in or not, no one really knows. I'm not going to say the Bulls would have lost this game if that play went through, but I'm saying there was opportunities for us to lose this game, and we almost did it. And I don't know how to feel. I feel obviously happy because we won the game, and I've been saying for a while now, it doesn't matter if the Bulls win by one or blow a team out of the water. A win is a win at this point, and I truly feel that way. But I also have a feeling inside of me knowing that the Bulls are still capable of blowing leads. This whole Patrick Beverley effect, either it's worn off completely, which to be honest, I don't think it has, because Patrick Beverley had a great game today, but this Bulls team is still capable of doing these things that let us down all season. And again, it's like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 4 or 5 times, shame on everybody. That's how I feel about the Chicago Bulls right now. So I don't want to fall into that trap of believing in this Bulls team again when you still see some really bad traits that they show. The fourth quarter was horrible by this Bulls team, defensively and offensively, with our best defensive lineup in the team and not our best defensive lineup in the team. This Bulls team could not get it together in the fourth quarter, and that hurts because you need to see 4 quarters of basketball played. You saw the Bulls dominate in 3 quarters, but that one quarter that the Bulls decided not to show up in, and they almost lose a game. Detroit played almost one perfect quarter, and they would have won this game. But for the most part, the Bulls played well. I won't deny that, especially offensively. I've been worried about the Bulls' offense because I don't necessarily think Patrick Beverley brings a whole lot offensively to the table. But today he did. And today the Bulls had a great offensive game. And defensively, I don't think they were terrible either. I just don't really know what to say. I just feel like that one quarter really caught me off guard. It just stunned me to an extent. I don't know how to feel about that fourth quarter, and I don't know how to feel about this Bulls team potentially blowing more leads in the future. I don't want to see it. It happens too often, and I don't know what to say. I don't feel like this is the time to go into individual performances and praise everybody on this Bulls team. I just don't feel it's the right way to go about this game because I kind of feel like we've lost, but we've won. I don't know how to feel. Again, very rare do I have, I guess, come into a game reaction and not know what to say or not know how to feel. Because again, it's very clear. I would have known how to feel if the Bulls lost that game. I was furious by the end of the game. And now that we've won, the emotion is just sucked out of me in many ways. I just don't know how to feel. I'll give praise to some players. Obviously, shout out to Patrick Beverley. He had a 5-point, 10 rebound, 10 assist with 4 steal performance. That's incredible from Patrick Beverley. Zach LaVine dropped 41 in this game, made some clutch free throws in the end. Kobe White with 14 points. I really wanted to bring this back, and I am going to bring it back in this video. This is the sweet life of Zach and Kobe, ladies and gentlemen. I've enjoyed the hell out of those two performances in this game. Patrick Williams was good. Again, DeMar was solid. There were a couple of guys. Look, there were some good moments in this game. I thought Vucevic could do better. Again, I'm very, very happy with our rebounding. I think that was a big problem last game that was rectified in this timeout. And no, Vucevic did not get 20 rebounds in this game. Vucevic only ended with 9, but the guards had a much better talking point on the rebounding sides. Again, you saw Patrick Beverley with 10 rebounds. DeMar had 7 rebounds. You got Alex Caruso with 1, Zach with 1, Kobe White with 2, Patrick Williams with 2, Io with 2, Drummond had 6 rebounds. Again, the rebounding was a little bit better in this timeout. And I do think we out-rebounded the Detroit Pistons, who are known for their size. So that's really all I've got to say in that retrospect. I'm glad that some things were rectified in this game. But again, that fourth quarter, man, I can't, my mind can't seem to go away from that. I don't know what it is, and I don't mean to be, I guess, negative. I don't like being negative. I think you guys know me well enough to know I'd much rather be a positive, happy, I guess, Bulls everything person than just negative. I guess nothing's really going right for the Bulls and stuff like that. Look, the response was good. We lost the game against Toronto, and I said I wanted to see a response. I'm not going to lose my mind over one loss. We need to see the response in the next game. And we've responded well in the fact that we won the game. But I think there's still signs. This is why I'm not getting carried away. There's still signs that this Bulls team can crumble and this Bulls team can fall. And if this is not a game that shows those signs, then you won't find, there was no game that will show the signs. This is the perfect example of the Chicago Bulls and how they can blow everything out of the water. How they can, again, they could crumble and they can go hide in their shells. And I was worried about seeing a game like this again. But nevertheless, we still won. And again, we don't have time to lose. So the fact that we won a game away from home off a second night of a back-to-back, that is a good thing. I am very happy about that. And I'll take that every day of the week. So look, it's going to take me a while to get my mind off that fourth quarter, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to spend all day thinking about that fourth quarter, the emotions attached to the game, how you look down for 1 second, you look up back at the TV, and Pistons are coming even closer. Bulls are fouling. Bulls are not doing the right rotations. Their energy seems to be sucked out of the team and everything like that. So again, it'll take me a while, but I'm happy with the win, of course. I think you guys would know I'm happy with the win. And I enjoyed the Bulls' performance for 3 out of those 4 quarters. And obviously the clutch free throws as well. Yeah, there were a couple of things that we did well, but for the most part, that is something to be concerned about. I won't lie. I'm not going to lie in this video. I don't usually lie in any Bulls video. That's how I felt. And that's why I'm not coming into this game screaming and shouting how happy I am that the Bulls won. If this was a close and competitive game, maybe, like Detroit were playing really well all 3 quarters with the Bulls, and at the end of the day, we won by free throws at the end of the game, I would be much happier because it was close. It was a competitive battle. We didn't blow a lead. We kept on battling and fighting. It would have been a different story if Pistons were actually close for most of this game. But just, again, it doesn't feel that way to me because it wasn't that. It was us blowing them out most of the game and them coming back in 1 quarter. So, yeah, anyway, I'll take the win. I feel sorry for Ivy. Obviously, if you didn't see the game, Ivy called a timeout when the Pistons had no timeouts. In my opinion, I'm going to make some jokes about it, but I'm not going to feel happy about making the jokes about it. In my opinion, that is the biggest tanking move I've ever seen from the Detroit Pistons, and I think they should be fined for actually doing that in an NBA game. That's the joke. Obviously, I'm not serious. I don't know if you could tell or not. I'm not serious. It is a joke. But yeah, and being real with Ivy, yeah, look, it's a bad mistake, of course, especially when it's at the final stretches of a game. It cost them the game as well. Disappointing on his side of things, but I think Stacey King said it best. Give it like a week and no one's going to remember this. And I think, again, he had a very great game today. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine overall. But, yeah, that's definitely a tanking move by the Pistons. If they get the first overall pick, you can look back at this moment, and this is how they got it, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I'll give the must improve and stuff. The must improve, I really don't know. I think Andre Drummond had 1 point, so I might give it to him. But again, it's pick and choose at this point. Like, I don't really know what else to say. The player of the game will be Zach LaVine. 41 points. It's a great, phenomenal feat. I think close behind him is Patrick Beverley, almost with a triple-double this game. 5 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He also had 4 steals. So again, a great game from Patrick Beverley. I think, again, he's a big part of why we won the game. And yeah, those two are definitely the contenders for me. I'd still give it to Zach for 41 points. Very, very nice to see. And yeah, our next game is against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix, we've been waiting for this game in many ways because this is going to be, I think Kevin Durant debuted today, if I'm not mistaken, and he's on a minutes restriction. So we'll wait and see how that minutes restriction kind of carries over into the next game with the Bulls, of course. Maybe he won't be on a minutes restriction anymore, but assuming their whole team is healthy, that is one difficult game to overcome. The one thing I'll give this Bulls team, and I'll probably talk about it a little bit later, the one thing that gives the Bulls the advantage is Kevin Durant. The whole dynamic of the team is different, and it might take a little bit of time to get adjusted to that. So, of course, you got amazing scorers. Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in the world. Devin Booker, one of the best shooting guards in the world. Chris Paul can pitch in with his points, and obviously his facilitating is amazing. And they've got a couple of good bench players still there as well. But since the whole dynamic of the team has shifted with Kevin Durant there, it might take them a little while to really get things back in order in terms of their team. On paper, they're a championship team. Maybe it will take them a game or 2 or 3 to really get to that championship level caliber that I think they can get to with that team at this point. And number 2, they got rid of a lot of defensive players. So, in my opinion, that will affect them as well defensively. Now, again, it's more of the system in place for them compared to, obviously, the actual players. But they lost their defensive player of the year candidate in Bridges. So yeah, at the end of the day, if we can somehow exploit them on the offensive end, which our Bulls team mostly struggles on offense, in all honesty. So if we can have a great offensive game here, and we can exploit their defensive weaknesses early, and even exploit some of the weaknesses they don't really know about yet, because they're basically a brand new team at this point. I'd love to see that, and hopefully that could be the game plan. I'm not going to give Bulls much of a chance to win this game, I'll be honest. Last time we versed Phoenix, Devin Booker dropped 50 points on us. But again, it is a new-look Phoenix Suns team. It might take them a little bit more time to get their stuff in order. And hopefully, actually having continuity in this team may play a factor. Maybe. Because again, this team is brand new, the Phoenix Suns. And if they blow us out of the water, well then, it doesn't do much for continuity either. So I don't really know what else to say. I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls video. Glad we got this win. And on to the next one. Again, the Bulls don't have time to lose. I'll take a surprise win. I'll take a win we don't expect to get. I'll take it every day of the week at this point. So have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.